Right, let me see. What I was discussing. Alright, so how much we wrote in the class? Till how many we wrote in the class? Good, you have written till 26, very good. How much we had written in the class? So when you do A level, it is a very good practice. Write your name and the parents' telephone number. Why? Listen, you will not be having any other printed document from the government, and it is your book. What you take your notes down, you will have to keep up until A level. Now if you lose any book, and then it will be a big damage for you. So at least if it is going to some good person, he will call you and that will be returned to you. During A level, you have to be very much careful on your books. So we were discussing what? We were discussing derived unit, right? Derived units. We said we are discussing the SI unit system. In SI unit system, units were divided into how many categories? Can't hear. Still not enough. Three. Everybody is supposed to say 3. What are they? Blah 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 blah. Can't recognize no son. First one. Right. Fundamental units. Second one, derived units. Third one, supplementary units. We have 3 categories. This system we said fantastic, isn't it? Fantastic. We can do everything with this. How many were in the fundamental? How many dimensions were there in the fundamental? 100? Only 7, right? Only 7. So now I ask you to remember those 7 or not? I wanted you to remember those or not? No answer. I wanted you to remember those 7 or not? Why, son? That part you don't remember, right? I wanted you to remember those 7 or not? Yes or no? Yes or no? That one? Yes. No sound for that, right? Yes. No sound. Why, son? Don't remember now? Please hands up who do remember. My God. No even a single? You don't remember? Sure? No one? We had 7. I will give you a chance. Read it and check whether you do remember. We'll see. Some please hands up who do remember those 7. I asked only just 7. 1 remember. Good. 2 remember. 3 good. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. Right? 18. Good. Right. Son, you want to remember. Son, don't worry. You have a bit of a work to be done. At least 2 to 3 times within the week. Go through this. And you have to write. Take a piece of paper. Check whether you can write with your memory. Unit, unit symbol, dimension, and the dimension symbol. You have to remember. Anyhow, shall we start telling once? Starting from length, right? Length, mass, time, thermodynamic temperature, current, amount of substance, luminous intensity. Start, yes. Length, mass, time, thermodynamic temperature, current, amount of substance, luminous intensity, length, mass, time, thermodynamic temperature, current, amount of substance, luminous intensity, length, mass, time, thermodynamic temperature, current, amount of substance, luminous intensity, length. Right? That is the first one. Okay, good, son. Of course, I need to tell you, son, my system is not learning by heart, but tell few times, therefore those things will be there in your head, right? So let me to give the second one we were discussing, derived unit and dimensions. Here the principle in this, we can derive the dimensions. It is the whole principle of this SI unit system. They separated 7, all the others mostly in this category, second type category, and we have written 19. They will let me to go beyond 20. That is my target. Go beyond 20. You can help me to fill the other. We have written 19. Say 20 onward. We dimension, symbol, formula I wrote, isn't it? Formula, dimension, symbol, unit symbol. Right. So newcomers, can you count how many pages to be kept so far? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, about 9. So 9 pages we have written already. The newcomers, please keep 9 pages. 10 page you can start writing. Right. Son, can you tell me, because exactly I don't remember what we wrote 19, but can you propose anything that we have not written? Anything we have not written? Resistance we haven't written. Voltage written? Yes. So I need, because I need to explain, that is why I am writing one I have written before. So which one the voltage? 18. No, the number I am asking. 19 voltage. Alright, 19 wrote as voltage. 19. So voltage we define. Anyhow, we will be doing that during the A level. But only thing I told you, voltage you used, but without having a proper definition. Electric voltage you used, but without having a proper definition. Now let me to tell you the definition. Definition is, son, it is work done per unit charge. Work done per unit charge. Then have I written the charge? Charge written, right, good. So therefore, it is voltage, electric potential, the proper word. Potential. Formula, work divided by charge. It is the work done per unit charge. Work dimension I had ml squared t minus 2. ml squared t minus 2. Divide by charge. Charge mean I and T. IT product. Right? Charge also we have written before. Now this is equal to ml squared t, it will be minus 3, t minus 3 because this is going up, and I minus 1. Our unit symbol become, if I go for basic units, basic unit, mass, kg, m, length, meters, then it is minus 3, right? Minus 3. Type error. Right. Minus 3. M squared time second minus 3. I current. A minus 1. This is I. Therefore, A minus 1. This is how you are to write. So, this is the one we write as 1 method joule per coulomb. And again it is equal to volt. It is equal to volt. Therefore here we volt. 20th. We can write resistance. You had resistance. But if you say electric resistance, electrical resistance, electrical resistance. So what is the formula? V equals IR. V equals IR. Therefore, R will be V divided by I. V equals IR. Therefore, V divided by I. V it is this. ml squared t minus 3 I minus 1 divided by I. The I coming here, ml squared t minus 3 I minus 2. I minus 2. Now, again if I write with the basic units, kg m squared s minus 3 a minus 2. It is volt per ampere. Why? The potential is measured with volt, current is measured with ampere, volt divided by ampere, and we are bringing that up, minus 1. And this is the one we call ohm. Ohm. So I think you do remember I told this is fundamental units, right? With the fundamental units. Therefore, this is SI fundamental units. This is SI unit. This is a SI unit, right? Right. Came up until 2021. Can you tell me anything else you have written at home? So anything that you have written? Some had more than 20. Wrote anything? Tell me, sir. Don't worry, tell me. Power. Son, we haven't written the power, right? Yes, good. We can write power in two ways. One thing, power, it is work, it is rate of doing work. Work divided by time. Work divided by time. We wrote work m L squared t minus 2. Again divide by time. Therefore ml squared t minus 3. T minus 3. kg m squared s minus 3. Work will be measured in joule, time will be measured in second. So I wrote this having looked into this, because that is m is kilos, L is length meters, time is second. That is how I prepared the basic unit. Looking at the formula, work, joule, time, second, joule per second. That is equal to what? Capital W. What? Again, electric power. Have you written a formula? Electrical power. Have you got any equation P equal VI? You had it, right? P equals VI. That is also power. Let me write. Potential is here. Potential is here. Electric potential. See. ml squared t minus 3 I minus 1 into this I. Therefore, ml squared t minus 3. Can you see it is same? Same. What? kg m squared s minus 3 joule per second. What? 23. Anything else? Capacitance. Son, have you got that equation? I don't think. No equation, no? I will explain later with the, because capacitance, it is the charge stored per unit potential. Charge stored per unit potential. You have heard the word capacitance and you will be measuring with farad, with the unit farad, but I will take it for the A level. Here I wanted to write more familiar units for O level. Anything else? Anything else? I know definitely some more. Electron negativity. Electron negativity. Oh, electron charge. Even when you say negativity, it is electron charge will be negative. The negative charge can be taken, but again it is going as charge. Therefore, I will keep that as charge. So another new one came. It is correct. It is the fluid pressure. Otherwise, hydrostatic pressure. Finally, as it is pressure, we will be getting the same unit as pressure, but you wrote H rho G. You wrote H rho G. H meters, capital M, rho meters, it is L, length. Rho, capital M, L minus 3, G, LT minus 2, M, L minus 1, T minus 2. This is equal to kg m minus 1 s minus 2. Newton per meter squared, which is equal to Pascal. Hydrostatic pressure, otherwise hydro pressure. So one more thing let me to write. Have we written frequency? Not written, right? Yes, frequency. Frequency. So what is frequency? Number of oscillations per unit time, right? While it is oscillating, we are counting the number of oscillations. Therefore, how to write the formula? Number of oscillations divide by time. Number of. So now this number of oscillations, you have to understand very clearly this. So we had counting numbers, that is amount of substance. When you measure the amount of substance, we said it is mole. But this number of oscillation, is it substance? You won't get any substance there. It is only just a number. Oscillating number you count. Therefore, this number will not be measured with any unit. It's just a number only. Now it is not having any dimension. They are not having any dimension. Time will be having dimension. It is t. Therefore, t minus 1. That t minus 1 with fundamental unit s minus 1, and it is called hertz. Hertz. Even now that will be enough. Anything else you want me to write there? Resistivity, yes. Have you learned it? Alright. No, you are correct. But I will take later on. Any much familiar? Even when you say resistivity, I need to tell you a nice story. Eh? So, do you know what is the name from Sinhala for resistivity? Even from English you have not learned, therefore Sinhala you may not be knowing. But very nice word. It is Patirodakatavaya. Patirodakatavaya. So in such a class, I asked from a student, right? I will write, right? From Sinhala, this is the story. Patirodakatavaya. One student said, yes sir, I know. I asked, what is it? Sir, Patiroda Katavaya. I wonder what it is. I ask again. Sir, Patiroda Katavaya. Even the second time, mind you, I couldn't understand what he says. I asked for the third time also. Sir, it is, sir, Patiroda Katavaya. Then I felt, see, Pati Roda Katavaya. Patiroda Katavaya. Patiroda Katavaya. Right? Now see, the Sinhala language, and even I learned up until low level Sinhala language, and I worked really hard in the university first year, more than 6 months to understand English. Therefore, you can be very much happy because you are doing in English. Why? So when you go to university to learn science, even no single word in Sinhala or Tamil. Everything will be in English. Even now, son, unfortunately, I don't know why some students having studied in English till O level, some are just for A level selecting Sinhala language, and it is, I don't know why, it is a big mistake you do. Because when you take A level, you will realize, and the whole name set like Greek. See, Patiroda Katavaya. Right? That is resistivity. Right? Whereas we will be having series of words, technical words, they have defined in Sinhala language, but no relationship, son. That's why I am telling you, it is Greek. No meaning for this, no, son. Patiroda Katavak. Right? That is the meaning for us with Sinhala language, right? But this is how they have given the name. Now don't worry, for you son, don't worry, because now the whole syllabus materials are there in English, therefore you will not be having any disadvantage when you learn in English. Son, thereafter even I have been working in the government sector for many years. Son, even in the government sector, for us, we are not writing even a single word in Sinhala. We need to have a Sinhala language to get the job. That is just to get job only. Right? But no word. All are running on English language. Right. Then that would be enough. The story I was telling, son. Definitely English language being one of very easy language to learn science. For me, son, even I struggle a lot. Even if when I write my Sinhala lettering, son, it's really horrible when I write. Very difficult to read. But English, fairly, that's all right. I know I won't be having nice letters, but it will be readable when I write in English. But when it is written in Sinhala, I know even for you also it should be the same, because you write very less Sinhala, no, isn't it? Very difficult to manage the letter, no? All are like circles, no? Circle, 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 right? Sinhala language, circle, circle, circle. Right. So now I was discussing some IQ questions, isn't it? Anything given you to try at home? Anything given? No, right? Right. What I have done so far? One I discuss, and because before I go for the next sector, I need to give you a sum, and that is done, right? Right. Thereafter I didn't do, right? Okay, good. Son, for the day, let me to give you the next. Even I have not given the answer for the very first question. Therefore, the new students, let me to give you the sum. And so far, please hands up the student who got answers for mine questions. First question. I know now there would be many. Right. Now good, good, good. Now for the others I am telling. Son, I had a number, call x. When x is divided by 2, remainder, it was 1. When it is divided by 3, remainder 2. 4, remainder 3. When it is divided by 5, remainder 4. When it is divided by 6, remainder 5. 7, remainder 6. 8, remainder 7. 9, remainder 8. 10, remainder 9. I wanted how much this x is. And by now help given. They wanted help. Some did, of course, very good. And others I gave a help, but it was another question. The helping question telling about y. Y is like this. Again I am dividing by 2, remainder 1, 3, remainder 1, 4, remainder 1, 5, remainder 1, 6, remainder 1, 7, remainder 1, 8, remainder 1, 9, remainder 1, 10 also remainder 1. Y is not equal to 1. How much is y? Right. That is the one so far I have given. Now let me to give you even more help. I help me more questions. Right. I will tell about z. Z. When it is divided by 2, remainder 0, 3, remainder 0, 4, remainder 0, 5, remainder 0, 6, remainder 0, 7, remainder 0, 8, remainder 0, 9, remainder 0, 10, remainder 0. Z is not equal to 0. How much is Z? Son, if you can't do, now I would be not sure whether you will pass O-level maths. If you can't find the answer, doubtful whether you can get S4 maths. Copy this. Right. Anyhow, you're supposed to bring the answers. This is for the one who were absent. Right. Today's question. I will give you 5 minutes to tell the answer. Even you can check whether it is correct if you have any answer. But otherwise, postpone it to home. Right. So this is highway certain stretch. In this highway, vehicle can't have U-turn. When it is entered, you will have to get the exit from the next point. Right? Then there are vehicles entering from A, going till B. They are going with uniform velocity. They are not changing the velocity with constant velocity. All the vehicles are entering, going with constant velocity and going out from B. But this is how the vehicles are entering. Sunny, each 1 minute time, one by one vehicles are entering. At t equal 0, say one vehicle enters. Vehicle entering. Then t equal 1 minute, another vehicle. T equal 2 minutes, another vehicle. That is how the vehicles are entering. Now such vehicles are there on the road. That takes t equal 12 minutes to come out. At t equal 12, it is coming out. Similarly, at the same time t equals 0, another vehicle entering from this side. Similar to the other side, each 1 minute intervals, vehicles are entering. Then they are going. And t equal 12 minutes, that vehicle coming out. Finally, what I am telling, whatever the vehicle enters, that takes 12 minutes to go to the other end. Right? Whether it is from A to B or B to A, 12 minutes. Each minute interval, vehicles are entering. Vehicles are entering each minute interval. So now you get into one of the vehicle here. See, your vehicle going there. Vehicles are there. Right? Even while having, you also got the chance, put your vehicle into the highway. Now going. My question is, so definitely you can't catch any of these people now because you also riding with the same speed. Now you will not meet any of these. But you can see vehicle coming to your side. Your side. You start counting the vehicle, they are coming to you up until you get the exit. You start counting vehicles until you get the exit. My question is, how many number of vehicles you will meet, they are coming towards you until you get the exit? How many vehicles? Copy the question. Okay, good. I will tell you the answer next week. Right. Anyhow, the gift is going for 3 students. I will take the sum for next week. Right. Never mind, son. Okay. Next week you can tell me the answers. Today, books going to So please tell again the Meosiai school name. Setlin. One book. You can clap. Take this. And she is Situmi. Again Meosiai. Another book. And you Siat from Royal. Another book. Siat from Royal. Another very two. Yes. Yes. Now very close answers are there in this first row. Very close. Very close. Son, what is the answer there? Not yet. Right. Then, son, you get the book. What's the name? Sahansa School. Museum Sahansa. That also I do accept. Yes, you can clap for her as well, Sahansa. Right, I will be discussion also next day. So let me to move into the next category. That is the third category. Third category. Supplementary units and dimensions. Supplementary units and dimensions. Right. First of all, let me to tell you the story, son. So we said this is a very fantastic, very correct unit and dimension system. But however, we find still there are some issues with few set of units and dimensions. What they have done, those things they have separated and kept aside, giving a new name. That is the one we call supplementary units and dimensions. So what you want to do, you want to work the way that they have given. They have given a method. Consider accordingly. Thereafter, no issues. What you do, you take the way they have given. Those issues will be over. So they categorize this at the time of preparing SI units and dimensions. At the time of doing that. But later, of course, they have treated them also to first category and the second category. Now, of course, we don't have such a category. But our syllabus still as per the one they have prepared at the beginning. So if you check with the internet, because still the system is getting developed, you can check it in internet and you will see that supplementary units category is no longer available. Right? But anyhow, we will be studying. Maybe due to that reason, or maybe due to some other reason, even if you go for last 50 years of history, they have not questioned about this types or these types of units and dimensions. But we won't be having much. We have only 3 more categories. Just 3 only. Now let me to give a note. Supplementary units and dimensions. Write this. There are few units and dimensions which will not properly properly fit, which will not properly fit to the system of deriving, to the system of deriving, to the system of deriving. Those dimensions are in this category, are in this category, are in this category. When you treat them, when you treat them as given, those issues would be sorted out. Those issues would be sorted out. There are three such quantities. There are three such quantities. Dimension, dimension, symbol, unit, unit symbol. Sir, can you tell me, now we wrote many units and dimensions now. Can you tell me one single thing that you have already measured but not yet taken? Anything that you have not considered but we have measured it. Can you tell me? Anything you have measured. 200% sure you have measured it, but we have not written yet what it is. Very correct. So you have measured angle, right? We have not yet taken. We have not written anywhere. Not the fundamental, not under the derived. We haven't have written. Therefore, it is in this category. First we call plane angle. Plane angle. Dimension. So we call no dimension. It is the issue. We measure it. We said when we measure, there should be a dimension. As per this, they are asking you to treat this as no dimension. When you consider no dimension, no issues thereafter. But unit, yes, you have a unit. Though you are not having dimensions, you have a unit. Unit. So what is the unit? You use degrees. But SI unit is different. It is a different unit. That is called radian. Radian. Symbol rad. 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 Son, what it is, how it is defined, yes, I will be teaching. Let me to give these three, then I will be discussing them, right, one by one. First I will put as a list. Second one, solid angle. Solid angle. Son, what is solid angle? Plane angle, you know. What is solid angle? Son, this is the solid angle. Let me show you. Can you see at this corner, there will be a certain angle. Right? This angle, the one I can touch, that is the one we call solid angle. That is solid angle. Right? That is the solid angle. Solid angle, we measure, again, though we measure no dimension. Unit steradian. Symbol SR. 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 Third one, that also I will be discussing today. We'll see. Third one. So now, have you heard something called radioactivity? Have you heard it? Yes, radioactivity. That one we will be discussing in our 11th unit in detail. Now, I am not going to teach it here because we have the lesson. There I will explain that in full. There the radioactivity will be measured. We are measuring. Now that one also under this, what we are measuring, it is something called activity of radioactivity. That is what we are measuring. So for that, of course, we have a dimension. We have it. That is T minus 1. T minus 1. But when it is T minus 1, it is per second, but the unit is not frequency. We have the unit we call becquerel, capital B, simple Q. B E, simple B, E Q U R A L, becquerel. The other three, copy this. So it is simple SR, right? Simple SR. SR, simple SR. Red, simple RAD. Right. Now let me to take the first one, plane angle. Plane angle. Take a small heading, plane angle. That one you know well, right? Only thing, how radian would be defined, that is the one I supposed to teach you. So you take a circle. Circle. I will take, this is a circle with radius R. I am going to select same distance of radius on the periphery, otherwise circumference. How much is this distance? Equal to the radius. From that arc distance, the angle subtended at the center is this. That angle is equal to 1 radian, 1 rad. How 1 radian is defined? This is the arc distance, which is equal to the radius of the circle. Then the angle subtended at the center of the circle would be equal to 1 radian. Now let me to develop a relationship. Assume this is radian theta. Then that distance, arc distance S. That is the arc distance. Then how much is this theta in terms of radian? How much is this? Theta is equal, when you have radius, distance of radius, only one rad, distance of one radius, angle will be 1 rad. Then how much it for? Distance of S. Distance of S. Distance of R is making 1 radian. And how much angle would be created from S? Now that is how you get theta S divided by R, that rad in terms of rad. Now if you cross multiply, we are getting a relationship S equal R theta. Arc length would be equal to radius into theta in radian. That is in radian. Now let me to tell you why the plane angle they wanted you to consider with no dimensions. So this is theta. Therefore theta dimension equal S divided by R dimension. Those two are equal. S dimension will be L, R dimension also L, therefore L to the power 0, 1. Now no dimension will be left. No dimension will be left. So that is why they ask you to take no dimension. Now what is the issue, son? Issue with the concept. We said when we measure, we are supposed to have a dimension, right? And that is where issue. Right? But anyhow, consider like that, then that is all right. We can continue with the proper deriving system. So now I want to tell you now about a certain single point. When we measure the angle, what will be the total angle in terms of radian? Now let me to take it. I am going to measure. This is R. The full angle, say it is beta, about this point, full angle beta. I need to find that in terms of radian. So take this formula. I am going to substitute the values for this formula. I derived a formula S equal R theta. I will substitute for this case. What is the total circumference distance for a circle? How much? You know that 2 pi r. It is 2 pi r for the whole distance. Right? Then let me to explain. So now I will keep on increasing this angle, keep on increasing until this comes back up to this point. Therefore theta become beta because the total angle is taken. This S become the full length. Right? When S become, see, I am taking all the length up until this. Therefore whole length, let me to increase little by little, just to explain you. Right. See, I had that much. This S, that is theta, that is R. Right. It is this. Then when I bring up until that become my theta, that become my S, everything. I will bring up until that my theta goes up until this length goes up until this point. Further take up until this, my theta coming here, length will be this much. Likewise, bring the whole angle up until this, my length become the total circumference, total length. Right? Therefore, I am substituting here. S is 2 pi r. You said it. Very correct. 2 pi r. R same. Theta. I did the beta value here. Now angle become beta. Full angle. R get cancels off. Therefore my beta equal 2 pi. 2 pi. My beta equal 2 pi. So this is how we get the relationship. Full angle 2 pi. Now how much it is in degrees? 360. Therefore 360 degrees equal to 2 pi radian. 2 pi radian. That is the conversion. Therefore I can write pi radian equal 360 degrees. Pi radian equal 180 degrees. That is the conversion. If you divide this by 2, pi by 2 radian equal 90 degrees. That is the relationship. If you divide this by 3, pi by 3 equal, divide this also 3, 60 degrees. You can divide this even further by 2, 5 by 4 radian equal 45 degrees. So value of pi are same as the pi you know. 722 divided by 7 by 3.143. That is the one. Just copy up until this. I need to generate another relationship. Right. Let me to develop the next relationship. When I had my circle, when this is theta, r distances. From the definition of radian, s equal to r theta. First relationship. So now I am going to calculate this area. That area. I will assume it is like a triangle. This is the base length. This is the normal drawn. For a triangle we had half into base length s into perpendicular distance from here to there. It is another radius times r. That is also radius. This s can be substituted from the first equation. S equal r theta. Half r theta into r. Therefore, I am getting an equation half r squared theta. Area of that sector, making an angle of theta at the center, is equal to this much. So it is doubtful, isn't it? Why? So I took the formula for triangle. Is that a triangle? No, our triangle so far was different. Right? Therefore, I should check whether this is correct. I should check it. Right? Then only I will accept. Why? Here something more than what we have already used. Yes, it is there. Because when we were considering Iswat flat and this is coming, it is the perpendicular line rule. That also now also perpendicular is true. That is the base length and that is perpendicular. It is true. But only thing, it is not curved. We had a straight line when it is a triangle. But here it is curved. Now we should check it. Now let me to check. So now I will take this full circle. Full circle. Right. So the angle, when I measure from here to there, full angle, it is beta. What is the value of beta? We got 2 pi radian, right? That we got already. So when I keep on increasing this theta up until the full circle, right? When I increase theta, as I explained before, again my area also will be getting more and more. When theta equal to beta, I will be getting the full area. Full area. Right? This theta value, I will keep on increasing. I will take up until that. There it will be this area. Likewise, when I go till the last starting point, I will be getting the full angle. Therefore, I will be getting the full area. This. Therefore, I will use the formula I have derived A equal half r squared theta. Therefore, for this A half r squared beta. The angle is beta. So how much is beta? I know beta equal 2 pi. Beta equal 2 pi. When beta become 2 pi, 2 and 2 cancels off. I am getting pi r squared as the area of this. Is it correct or wrong? Correct, right? Because we know the area of a circle, pi r squared. Now I use my formula, the one I derived, new. Use one of the data, total angle is 2 pi. The result I am getting, I can agree. Therefore, if it is correct, my formula also should be correct now. Formula should be correct. Therefore, applying this, considering a triangle, acceptable to us now. It is acceptable. Now copy this and remember the formula, we need it. Next heading, steradian. Steradian. So let me to define the steradian. This is a sphere. That is a sphere. Right? This is a sphere. Now, on this spherical surface, I will select an area of r squared. R squared area. And that will subtend an angle at the center. The solid angle subtended by that is equal to 1 SR. 1 SR. The angle subtended by that one. Therefore, if you select an area of capital A, the angle subtended at the center, say theta, is the area A. Then solid angle subtended by that area at the center, theta, can be written as from r squared 1 SR. 1 SR from R squared. How much from A? Therefore, theta equal A divided by R squared SR. SR. When you cross multiply, A will be theta R squared. So for this also, solid angle theta dimension equal dimension of A divided by R squared. A L squared, R again length squared. Therefore L to the power 0, 1. No dimension. This is why you are not having dimensions for solid angle also. So again let me to tell you what will be the total solid angle about the point. What would be the total solid angle about the point, as we took the total plane angle about the point, right? Now it will be the total angle, I would say beta. Now no way to mark because it is everything, right? Everything. I will use this formula to calculate. A equal theta R squared. This will be in steradian. This is a sphere, right? Again, that is a sphere. So tell me, what is the surface area of a sphere? What is the surface area of a sphere? Right. I hope you will pass maths, right? It is 4 pi R squared. 4 pi R squared is equal to, now the angle I said beta into R squared. R squared cancels off. Beta will be 4 times pi rad. Now about a point, total solid angle will be 4 pi. So with 2D angles, we will be working during A level. We will be getting it many places. But solid angle we are not getting. It is the only lesson I have taught you now. Beyond that you will not be getting. Don't worry. Right? Just the understanding the unit will be enough. We have such a thing. So sorry, this is not rad, no, SR. That is SR. Right. Even I will tell you, son, I'm the very first time I'm telling in a class. I am very happy to hear that request. One parent asked, that is the parent I met. His son is in grade 10. Whether that student be given the enrollment for my A-level class, I said yes. And I'm planning to start grade 10, just after grade 9, I'm going to start an A-level class next year. That is my plan, because even my son will be coming. Son, of course, you are wasting 2 years, 3 years unnecessarily. Son, even I was telling in another class, I don't know whether I told, because let me to tell you what happened to me. I have not repeated even a single exam. A-level I had enough marks. University I had enough marks. But by the time I get my graduation, it was age of 25. And I had very good results also. Then I wanted to do my masters. When we apply for the masters, and my God, the competition, it will be a bigger competition than this A-level, son. Even I will tell you, son, 25 students will be selected, and there were 180 odd number of, say 80 odd number of applications. Only 25 will be selected. What are the criteria of selecting? Your results and the experience. Then what would happen? My age 26. Why I had to wait 1 year? Minimum requirement 1 year experience required to apply for the masters. Right? Minimum 1 year experience. But there are students, foreign student applying age 23, 3 years of experience. So how? Age 20, the graduation will be over for them. So it is we who waste. Son, I will tell you, even for you, son, O-level to A-level starting 9 months. Right? 9 months. Thereafter, A-level results will be coming, and then university. Son, do you know? Now 2019 results came, right? 2018 Katubet university started day before yesterday. Then how many months? 1 year and 3 months they were at home. 1 year and 3 months they were at home. Then O-level to A-level 9 months. That 1 year and 3 months, exactly 2 years, right? Therefore can be curtailed without having any issue. Then at least you can get the graduation at the years of 25, if it was my case, because I was at 25. And you won't believe, son, year 1999, I was in the university, full year, university is closed. Full year, university is closed. Strikes. Therefore, when you add them all, son, very easy, and you will see the big issue. Our system is not supporting for studying students. Now you will be very happy, my God, this much of a length, right? You are enjoying. So you will see at the end, son, the day to die won't change. We'll have to die on one day, no, son. You can't ask, we could not get the A-level university entrance, got delayed for 1 year, therefore please add another year to my age, because I can't die there, because I had wasting my time. No, you can't ask, no, right? That won't change. And when you get delayed, son, all your promotions, when graduation will be delaying, all your promotion will be delaying, son, everything will be delaying, right? Because it will be counted there, no? Your experience will be delayed, so your life will be delaying. Son, sooner the better. That's why I'm telling you, son, study as soon as possible. Right? Start earning as soon as possible. Don't wait until 30 years, because when you won't believe, son, the doctors, when they start working, age goes till nearly 27, 28, 29. That is the age. See what is the life they have wasted. Right? Because other countries, why they have developed, and that is the reason. Age 15, you start giving your service. We are waiting till 30, 15 years. We are not giving a service. And by the time, because of this study pattern, by the time you are at the age of 35, son, you are sick. You are sick because you need all the medicine. Because you could not play. You could not have enough exercises to your body because you are on the chair morning to evening. Right? Then you become a patient. Right? Therefore, this system not supporting for the studying student. I am telling, son, never study from morning to evening. Why, son? You are not getting the good results. Because otherwise you get good physical and mental health. Definitely you can't get good results. If you are doing a sport, yes, especially physical sport, yes, run, walk, and that will give very good balance to your life, mental and the physical. Son, when you are fit, son, I will tell you, that is at the ISM class, only that is the second day I started Maharagama. Stage was this much of a size, right? Stage that much of height. And it was with two portions. And there was a carpet laid down, right? I was writing on the board. Suddenly, my God, I fell down now. So there was this much of a gap between the two, because there were two boards, right? There was a gap here, that much of a gap, right? And it is covered with the plastic cover. I kept my leg, not knowingly, son, it was teared off and went into that one. Son, definitely, if it is a old teacher, he would be in the hospital at least for 2 months. Because I totally, up until that, fell down without knowing. I am a fit man, no, sir. Right. Therefore, nothing happened to me. Otherwise, definitely. That's why I'm telling you, son, even you should have a good fitness. That day, the trip we went, son, we walked 15 kilometers. I said, we will have to walk. Are you ready to go? Students said, yes, sir. Yes, sir, we can walk. No problem at all. We are very fit students. And we saw how good they are when they were walking 5 kilometers all right. And thereafter, many had to carry on shoulders. 5 kilometers all right. Beyond that. But there were few, son. Even I will tell you, son, the one that got Anuki and her sister. And they were very fit. They walk all the 15 kilometers without a vehicle, on foot. And the ground isn't very much hilly like this. On that is to walk even. Now have a good fitness. Right, come back. So all this advice, because it is very important. So these 2.5 years, very important in your life. And I will support in my level best to get your results interesting. And that's why I develop my system also. And whereas I will be supporting, if you are unable to come to the class, you can watch it. So the last one we had activity in radioactivity. I will be taking later what it is, don't worry. We have that lesson in our syllabus. Then let me to take prefix, prefix. Right. Prefix. Prefix in SI units. Right. Let me to write it in full and later you can copy. I will start somewhere middle. So we have a prefix and a symbol. And that has a value. First let me to arrange the space because I need to write few. Kilo. Symbol is simple K. Value 10 to the power 3. Then you get mega. Capital M 10 to the power 6. Giga capital G 10 to the power 9. Tera capital T 10 to the power 12. Here you get deci simple D 10 to the power minus 1. Centi simple C 10 to the power minus 2. Milli simple M 10 to the power minus 3. Micro. Now many M letters na son. This is coming mu. That is how this is a Greek letter mu. Minus 6. Nano simple N 10 to the power minus 9. Pico simple P 10 to the power minus 12. So even there are more 10 to the powers. You saw till 27 and minus 34. There are words even I have given in my book. So if you do remember these, that will be enough. But I am well sure you will be, even by now, you will be knowing a lot. So tell me, anyone you have not heard out of these? Kilo, mega, giga, tera? Simply because computer industry and our hard capacities, right? Because we had kilobyte, megabyte, gigabyte. Now the hard is being terabyte, right? Therefore that is familiar to you, right? And here decicenti, milli, micro, nano. If not only, it will be pico, isn't it? Have you heard pico also? Right? Then it will be the only new thing for you. All the others familiar to you. So let me to teach you how we write this. This is being a prefix. Some prefix are taken. We have a unit. We had the unit. Now for the unit in SI, they took the most familiar quantity. When we are to write or introduce other quantities, if they are either small or either large, we will be using these other prefix to give them. So how we give, let me to tell you. I can write, say it is meter length from meters. I can write picometer. I can write nanometer. I can write micrometer. I can write before that millimeter, centimeter, decimeter, kilometer, megameter, giga, capital G, these are capitals, megameter, gigameter, and terameter. Picometer equal 10 to the power minus 12 meters. Nanometer 10 to the power minus 9 meters. Micrometer 10 to the power minus 6 meters. 10 to the power minus 3 meters millimeter. Centimeter 10 to the power minus 2 meter. Decimean 10 to the power minus 1, that is meter. Kilomean 10 to the power 3, it is meter. Mega 10 to the power 6 meter. Giga 10 to the power 9 meter. Tera 10 to the power 12 meter. And then you can write for mass. That is in gram. Therefore picogram, nanogram, microgram, milligram, centigram, decigram, kilogram, megagram, gigagram, and teragram. You can write the value. Even write for time. It is picosecond, nanosecond, complete them. You are right up until that. Right. You can copy, and while you are copying, you can listen to me. And normally my methods, and I am not keeping much to do at home. Then here itself you want to understand. As I was telling, and physics is not a subject to learn by heart, but only thing understanding how it is very important. So now our class will be studying like before 2:30. You can come even at 2. It's alright. If you have anything to ask, you can ask during that time as well, because I will be free. Anyhow, another maybe 1 or 2 weeks time, there will be half an hour small paper to write every day. Therefore 2 to 2:30 you will be writing that, just to keep you updated. That was small question. I need to train you on writing sums. How that also will be coming. And it is like physics is a subject, again I am telling you, and it is working subject. You do some, right? That is how they are asking your requirement also for A level paper.